What is up? What's up? It's Adam bringing you this video, and I'm just going to be talking about some epiphanies that I had recently going out to the bars, going out to the clubs. You know what this channel is about, and we're talking about dating, improving your dating life, improving your life in general. And when I started this back when I was younger, I didn't know anything about improving your dating life, or that this was something that you could do, improving your social life, or improving basically anything for that matter. I was coming from a place of low consciousness, of low down beliefs, where if anything, I felt like a victim. I felt like I was at the effect of life, and that I really didn't feel like I had much control over practically anything. I kind of just took things as it came, and I was very much at the effect. Now, one thing that I had going for me was that I was passionate about skateboarding. And when I was 12 years old, that was something that I wanted to pursue. I wanted to become a professional skateboarder. That was something that I knew that I wanted to do for myself. And I was passionate about it, which made me want to do it all the time, which is why I probably reached a high level at that. But I didn't know a lot of the concepts and ideas and things that I know now. And had I known those things, I probably could have taken things a lot further than I did. But now, in this new phase of my life, on this journey, now that I know these things, a lot of the lessons that I learned in skateboarding are now applicable and transferable. These skills that I learned on that pursuit are transferable over into the other areas and other endeavors that I'm pursuing now. And so that's what I want to share with you, some of these lessons and some of the things I learned on that journey. And now at this phase of my life, I love socializing. I love getting out there. I love going to bars, to clubs, meeting women, talking to people. And at one point, I didn't think that that was actually something that you could improve. And so now that I learned that that is something that's improvable, and that is something you can take control over in your life, and that you aren't just at the effect of life, learning new beliefs, learning new ideas, and getting that experience, you start to realize that you have a lot more control over many other aspects and circumstances in your life, and you no longer are going to want to stay in that victim mentality or feel like that you don't have control over the other areas of your life. But had I known that, and known these things and these different concepts and beliefs when I was younger, I could have taken things a lot further. But that's okay, because here we are now, and you can't change the past. But if this is something that you're struggling with, maybe you're not getting the recognition that you feel you should be getting. Maybe other people are getting the recognition that you wish that you could get, or maybe you feel like you're more deserving than somebody else that's getting that recognition. You don't know why. Why is it? Why is it that other people seem to succeed? Why is it that other people seem to get the things that in their lives, but somehow when you feel like you're doing just the same, or you're even maybe at a higher level than they are, yet you seem to just not get what you want? Well, one of the reasons is because you're relying on others to give you the success that you want. For example, when I skateboarded, I wanted to be a pro. I wanted to be one of the best in the world. That was something that I knew at a young age. At 12 years old, I knew I want to be the best in the world. I want to get sponsored. I want to have video parts. I was watching the skate videos. I was reading the magazines. And that's all I knew. And I was passionate about it, and I wanted to do it every hour of every day. However, I didn't realize that there was many other steps that it would take to do something like that. Again, I was in this victim mentality, and I was more thinking that somebody else was going to put me on, that somebody else was going to come discover me and give me the sponsorship that I want, or put me in the skate magazines, or turn me pro. Rather, now I would say you can make that happen. I could have been going out and proactively finding people to film, proactively putting myself out there, connecting with different skate shops, talking to business owners, and trying to find out how that process works. There was a whole other side to skateboarding that I didn't even realize, the business side of things. Just the same as maybe you're pursuing working on your social skills, or wanting to cultivate that area of your life, and you're thinking, Well, maybe somebody else is going to find me. Maybe there's going to be a girl out there and she's going to come to me, and if I just live my life, eventually I'll find the one. Well, you want to take proactive control of this area of your life too. And how can you do that? Well, first of all, you get out and you just start talking to people. When you see a girl that you are attracted to, you go and you make the approach. You go talk to that girl. One of the things, because what happened was once I hit 25, I quit skateboarding, and that was because at that time there was a lot of negativity going on in that area of my life. But not only that, I knew that I wasn't going to be the best in the world. I knew that I was pretty much done with it. I had given it all I had with the tools that I had. No, and I didn't have people to walk me through the process. I didn't have anybody to show me a way. I did the best that I could as a 12-year-old kid all the way to 25, basically did it on my own. However, the funny thing is that I didn't even realize, but I had mentors. I had people I was learning from, but maybe I didn't view it in that light because like I said, I didn't even learn about these different concepts and ideas until later, once I was done with that part of my life. And I had then started reading and learning and educating myself in sports psychology and all kinds of different fields. So I had friends that I was learning from. I had video parts I was watching. I was looking at my favorite pros, getting skate magazines, studying tape, studying the guys that I looked up to. So even though I didn't realize it, I was still learning from others. I was still basically having coaches and mentors in my life, even if I didn't view it from that frame, right? But this is the thing that you can do even in socializing. It's called social skills, right? So you can find people to learn from, and you can also take proactive control in this area of your life. And like I was saying, that's what you can do. You can start, first of all, by changing your beliefs, looking at your beliefs, looking at your values, looking at the how you view the world, and see where some of those beliefs are limiting you from being able to get the results that you want. If you don't believe, for example, that this is even something that you can improve, and maybe you believe that actually no, some people just have certain advantages or they're born with certain attributes that would allow them to get the results, but not you, well then right there, you're destined for failure, and you're not even going to try because you don't believe that it's possible. Whereas if you just change your belief to, no, this is a skill, this is something that is improvable, well now you're giving yourself the opportunity to actually put yourself out there, try new things, put in the work. Again, work. It's work. You got to put in effort to make it happen for yourself. Nothing is just going to come to you. No one is going to come and put you on. This is not how reality works. You have to make things happen for yourself. And the problem is that media, pop culture, music, TV, movies, they're going to try to tell you that it is more about just being born with certain advantages and these kinds of things. But if that's what you want to believe, then you're less likely to even try, and then there's no chance of you even getting to possibly have the life that you would like to have. So right there, you gotta take on that growth mindset, that this is something that you can do, that this is something that you can build. This is a skill like anything else that you can cultivate, and you are no different than anybody else. Nobody's cut from a different cloth. The only difference between you or anybody else that has succeeded in any other area is the fact that they've just been doing it longer and that they've been putting in more time than you. That's it. Everything is improvable in life, and that's one of the first beliefs that you can change in an instant, which will guarantee that you will start getting better results than you're getting right now if you believe that you're a victim and that this isn't something that you can improve. Now, once you've done that, now we can start getting out there and actually taking action. Right now, you could leave your home. In 2025, we're coming up into the new year. You can leave your home, and it's an amazing world when you realize that you can leave your home and you can start meeting people, that you can start improving your social skills, that you can actually start cultivating perhaps the sex life that you would like to have for yourself. And you shouldn't have any apologies for that. It's something that everybody should get to have. Everybody should have love in their life. Everybody should have relationships and good relationships and have success and have affluence and happiness and fulfillment in their life. And nobody should be separated from that. Nobody should be neglected from that. This is something that everybody should have in their life. But the thing is that like anything, you have to work for it. It's not just gonna come to you. You gotta get out there and make it happen. So again, how can you do that? Leave your house, start talking to people. When you see a girl that you are into, that you find attractive, that's meaningful for you, go up and make the attempt. Go up and talk to her. Go up and make a conversation, and now you're starting the process. The thing is though, is that social skills, like anything else, takes time to develop. And you're gonna have to put in lots of time. You're gonna have to put in time, you're gonna have to put in effort, and you're gonna have to put in work. You're gonna have to be talking to a lot of people, and depending on where you are in life, some things come easier for others than it does for other people, and that's okay, except wherever you're at. And it is challenging. You're gonna have to push through fear, you're gonna have to push through anxiety, you're gonna have to push through all kind of internal beliefs and challenges that are gonna try to hold you back from going after what you want. But this is why I love it, and why it's an opportunity to grow. You grow in your character, you're gonna have to push yourself, you're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone, and there's so much more to this than just sleeping with beautiful women. Yes, that's fun, but ultimately it's about your growth, the character, the person you become. And it really is about enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, because all you have is today. That part of it you can't necessarily control. So you focus on what is within your control. And what's within your control? Making the attempt, getting out there, going into the world and building the life that you want for yourself, and making it happen for yourself, and not thinking that anybody else is gonna make that happen for you. So what I like to do, and the frame that I have when I'm going out, say to bars, say to clubs, and I've been doing this for over a decade. So of course, in the beginning, there was different challenges than there is for me now. But at this point in my development, I go out and I just think, I'm gonna go for the open, I'm gonna go for the close. What does that mean? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to the person that I would like to talk to. And then I'm gonna let whatever happens in between that, say whatever you wanna say, interact however you wanna interact, do the best that you can. But once you get to the end, move things forward, make your intentions known, and then at the end, either go for a phone number, go on what they call an instant date, where maybe you suggest going to get a coffee right there in the moment, or perhaps you set something up for later on in the future. And by doing this, you are going to increase your odds of eventually finding somebody that would like to reciprocate that kind of a thing, and you can have possibly an amazing experience. And the thing is with this too, like the gym, like sports, I like to use this as an analogy because, like I said, I spent over a decade in the pursuit of being a professional skateboarder. So a lot of the things that I learned in that are transferable into many other areas of life. And I would say it's no different than this. Just like in social skills, like we said, it's a skill, negotiations, whatever it is, it takes time to learn how to communicate with people. These are things that you can also read. You can start educating yourself on communication. You can start educating yourself on negotiations, and as a supplementary thing. But ultimately, how do you get good at something? By doing the thing. So get out there and start talking to people. Get out there, get out to bars, get out to clubs. Wherever you are, the more, the better. But also you got to set aside time for all areas of your life. You can't neglect these other areas of your life. Your finances, your relationships, and your health. These things, these three things, are all important. And so you don't need to spend all your time socializing, or like in my case when I was younger, skateboarding. You're actually doing yourself a disservice, and you make things a lot harder for yourself if you're neglecting your finances. Why? Because now it's going to be harder for you to spend money to travel, spend money to go even take transportation. What about where you're gonna sleep? How about paying for a roof over your head? How about buying quality foods and taking care of your nutrition? If you don't have your health, that's also gonna affect the other areas of your life, whether it's your relationships or the money that you can make. That's why these three areas are all important, and you wanna set aside time for each of these things. And just like as an athlete, you're gonna have to develop time management. You're gonna have to develop scheduling. You're gonna have to start, you wanna take this like a pro. You wanna be professional about this, just like anything else. The more that you optimize in all areas of your life, the more likely you are to get the results that you want to have. Yes, I'm sure people can get success by in certain areas by neglecting all these areas. Maybe they're just living on a beach and they just surf every single day, and they're not going to even pay attention to their finances and these kinds of things. Maybe they're doing drugs, maybe they're doing alcohol. Sure, you could go meet people by doing that too and compensate maybe for your lack of confidence, or you can get out there and you can develop internal confidence, core confidence that comes from within, without alcohol, without drugs, and this is going to be more long lasting and sustain you for much longer, maybe the rest of your life. And I think that's more of an optimal way to do it as well. Then you're focusing on your finances, you're focusing on your health, and you're optimizing all areas of your life, because it's all important. And you don't need to do just going out there and socializing for the entire day. You only need maybe 2 hours a day. 2 hours is more than enough time to get out there, make the approaches, practice some socializing, get out to the bars, get out to the clubs, maybe on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, perhaps maybe one other day, 4 times a week. I mean, the more the better, because the more you do something, the quicker you're gonna learn it, but also you can't skip the process. You can't skip the process like anybody else can't skip the process. Don't think that you're just going to all of a sudden be at the level of somebody else that's already put in more than a decade of practice into an area. That's not reality. So enjoy it and start setting your life up so that you can just do the thing on a consistent basis and then enjoy it. Just stick with it. Your time management, you're setting up your schedule, you have processes, systems, routines that you can stick to, and now you just ride it out and you just stick to that, and consistency is key. That's something I like to remind myself of, that it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. With consistency and then putting in the time, that is how you will develop any skill, and it's no different than socializing and social skills and finding maybe, or having and cultivating the sex life that you want for yourself. Or maybe it's just you want to find a wife. Maybe you just want to find a girlfriend. That's something that you can do for yourself too, but there's many ways to live life. There's many ways to have different relationships, and that's a personal decision that's up to you. So that's it. I just want to make this video. I hope you guys have a great 2025 and all the success in the future. And until next time, peace out, my friends.